So hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this tutorial video, we are gonna learn about input types. There are so many of input types here. So let's first one is our basic input type text. We already learned in previous video. Now second point is our password. Password we already learned in previous video. Third one is our submit. Submit we also learned in previous video. As you can see that we use our submit. Now fourth one is reset. Reset also we learn in previous video, as you can see that our reset here. Now fifth one is radio button, radio type. As you can see in previous video we learn our radio type, then checkbox type, and lastly our button we also learn. Okay. Now we are going to learn our eighth number color. Okay. Now let's move forward to color. So if you want to color any name or any particular, if you want to color, then you can add that. Let's add that here. Yeah, here. Let's add here our label for color. Then select color. Then add the input type color ID equals to color. We write for color name. That's why. Now give them name same as our for ID color. Now close it, then save. Let's open our browser, then refresh it. As you can see, just give them BR text so we can see that properly. Then save. Yeah, as you can see, let's refresh it. Yeah, as you can see that our color is here depending on your browser support. As you can see, my browser support is excellent. That's why it show up a picker here in the input field. As you can see, we can select that our RGB color whichever we want. If you want to change hex color, you can just change it here, HSL, hex, RGB. That's that is for our color. Now let's move forward to our date. 9 point type date. So let's add it here. Give them label for. Let's add birth date greater than birth date. Okay. Then give them input type date. Then write down our ID, birth date we write, and name birth date. Then close. Then save. Then let's open our browser, refresh it. Yeah. As you can see that my birth date is here. Just give them BR tag, copy, paste. Yeah. As you can see that we can select our birth date here. Okay. If you want to change, you can change that here also. Let's give if you want to write anything, you can also do that here. Like just like this. Let's select 97 February, whichever date you want. As you can see, so this is your birth date. So that's for your date type. Now let's add some here maximum and minimum. As you can see, this show up all here, but if you want to select maximum and minimum, so for that we need to write down our, let's change it here in this form. Date minimum first, then write down, we don't need ID in this one. Okay, sorry, we need that, we just don't need to here. Date minimum and write down, enter a day after, let's write down date here, let's write down 2009 01 01, then save, refresh it. As you can see, now let's add here our input type. Date minimum is perfect, but we need to change it here, date, then our ID is date minimum, then save, let's just copy this one, then save. Okay, so that is our, and also added here our minimum birth date 2009, if you want 01 02 minimum. Let's open our browser. As you can see, we can select it here by like this. As you can see, we write 2009 is our minimum, and it start from January. It didn't select first because it's starting from the second date, because we write first date in code. As you can see, so this is our date minimum, day after 2009 0101, then label, and we give our input type minimum 2009 0102. As you can see, 2009, if you select 2009 January, then its second is minimum. Okay, so this is our minimum. Let's add it here our maximum year and date. As you can see, it's showing so many of them. So let's add here our maximum also. Now let's add here. Let's just copy this one and paste it. You just need to simply change here minimum to maximum. Okay, just like this. As you can see, this is our maximum date. If you want to change it here, you can also do that. Let's change it to maximum. Yeah, change also. Give them 2023. Then save. Let's refresh it. As you can see, this is our minimum. Minimum 2009. Okay, and this is our day after. As you can see, our 2019, so 2023. This is our maximum. Okay, so that is the use of our minimum and maximum date. Okay, guys. Now let's move forward to, you can also do that. Now let's move forward to our date time local. Okay, let's just clear this one. Now let's add date time local. Now for local date time, you need to write down label for birth date, then rather than write down birth date, and write down input type date time local. Select that and give them ID, then give them name, then close, then save. Just refresh it. As you can see, this is our local time. As you can see, you can change that here. Okay, as you can see, this is our local time. This is show our time and date at the same time. As you can see, it's shown our 4/8/2023 5:26. I selected. If you select to, it's shown both. If you select today, then it's today. If you clear, then it's clear. If you select today, then it's showing right now 16/4/25. Okay, if you select this time here, then it's showing like this. So that is for our local date and time date. Okay, now let's move forward to our 10th one point is email. You also learned that email type in our previous video. Now let's add some image point here. Let's give them BR tag. For image, we need to write down input type image. We need to give them path here, src source, and alter is basically submit. If you want to give them width, you can also do that. Height 30, then close, then save. We need to give them the path here. As you can see, it's showing right now, but we need to give them the path here. For image, let's take some images in a folder. Let's take these as a RCBD as a our peak. Folder path, and write down /rcpd dot jpg. Is RCBD, right? Yes, RCBD jpg. Then refresh it. As you can see, it's showing right now. Let's write down more height here, 300. Then save and refresh it. Also give them the width. Then save. As you can see, the peak is showing right now. When we click here, it's automatically move to our registration. So that is our image type here. Okay, guys, you already done it. Now let's BR tag. Now our 11th point is input type file. Okay. If you want to select a file, as you can see that when we upload our file in Google Chrome, it's shown like this. Choose your file. So there we are gonna take that example. Let's see label for file and select file and close input type file, then our ID file, then our name file. As you can see that for file you need to write down here input type file. Okay, so close, then brdev, then save. Let's refresh it. Let's just clear this one. If you don't need it right now, you already done. Okay, then save. Yeah, as you can see that our select file, no file is when you click on it, it's shown. As you can see, it's showing like this. Choose your file. Okay, so for chosen file, you need to write down our type attributes file. Okay, so this is our 11th point. Now let's move forward to our 12 point input type hidden. Okay, for hidden, let's see. As you can see, whichever we write here, it didn't show it in our output. That is called hidden. Let's write down here get, then save. Close it, close all windows. Yeah. Now let's move forward to our input type hidden. So hidden define input type hidden defines a hidden input field that not visible to a user. Okay. So for that we need to write down label. Let's take this example as this one as our hidden example. As you can see, I write down label for app name, first name, then our text, then our ID and name. Okay. So let's take this as our hidden example. You just need to change it here, hidden, and save. And refresh it. As you can see, it's hidden right now. And say, let's take as a new example. Okay, label for first name. Okay, I write down first name, then input type, text, then our ID, app name, name, app name, then close, then give them BR tag, then save. As you can see, we write here DVV. When you click on submit, it's showing right now. This is our basic DVV. Now, for hidden, you need to write down here input type hidden. Okay. Now give them ID, customer ID, give them name, You want to give them like this, you can do that. I just give them capital I. Now give them value 1, 2, 3, then clear and submit. When you click on submit, it didn't show it here. As you can see, let's see. Our AC is show it right now. You don't need to show it. Let's just clear this one, then save and refresh it. As you can see, it didn't show it to the user here. Okay, let's add here value. Write here app name because our phone is here app name. Now save. Let's just refresh it. As you can see, it didn't show it here. When you click on submit, it automatically show it here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. It didn't show it to the user. Okay, let's see. When we zoom on it, as you can see, it show it 1, 2, 3. Our first name 1, 2, 3. First name hi, and then hey. We write in our code, but it didn't show it to the user. As you can see, it didn't show it here. That is why it's called hidden. Okay, now let's move forward to our 13th one, input type month. Okay, if you want to change the month, that is why we need to write down like here. Is input type month allowed to select a month and a year? So for that, let's write down here label for select month. Okay, and close. Let's write down month and input type month. So that is, I give them ID of month, then name month, then close it. Okay, and save. As you can see that it show it here month like this. When you click on February, it's automatically February year and 2023 our year. So that is for our, if you select this one, it's automatically show it here August 2023. So that is code for our month type. Now let's move forward to our 14 number is point type is number. We already learned in previous video. Now let's move forward to our 15 range. We already learned in previous video. As you can see our range in previous video we learned. Now let's move forward to our 16 more range search. Okay, let's add here br tag, then write down search. If you want to search anything, for that we need to write down, let's write here form is already written here. So let's write down label, then for search I give them name search, then search field if you want, because search file is searching the field here, that's why I write down search field. Then input type search, id search, and also name as search, then close, then save. Last refresh it. As you can see, the search field is here. Okay, as you can see, it's wrong right now. If we write like first, registration is done. So that is for our search field. As you can see, you can please reject here, reset. So that is for our search field, guys. Now let's move forward to our 17 number telephone number. Okay, if you want to add a number here, that's why let's add here in phone number we leave. Let's write down label for phone, close it, phone. Then write down here input type tel for telephone number. Okay, then ID, phone, then name, phone. Let's also add here placeholder if you want. Let's take example as these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Now close it. If you want to close, then close. Write down BR tag, write down BR tag, then save. Let's refresh it. As you can see that my is working right now. When I click here 91, then I write down number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's firstly change here no validate. Let's cancel on this no validate. Otherwise it didn't show it to you. Yeah, one is off, method is off. Now let's move forward to where is our number. Yeah, this one is here. Let's just cut this and paste it here. Then save. Submit. As you can see is required. Yeah. You also need to give that here required for that. Then it's showing right now error. And write down required, then save. Let's refresh it. Let's give them code here, then submit. As you can see, it's showing right now our field. So let's add here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then submit. It's done. But in our edge, as you can see in edge, it didn't show it like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here. Let's add here now password and submit. Yeah. So this is our telephone. Let's add here a pattern. Okay. Now let's add here pattern for the error showing in the telephone number when you want to. If you want to write like this, then you need to write down here pattern. Then in curly brackets, not curly brackets, sorry brackets, you need to write down 0 to 9. So user can write down 0 to 9, then curly brackets. If we have write down here 1 2 then dash, then you need to write down here 2, but I write down here 1 2 3 and then dash, so I need to write down here 3, then here dash, then second bracket open, then 0 to 9, then curly bracket open 3, then dash. As you can see, dash. Now let's add here 0 to 9, then curly brackets open. As you can see, there my number is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to write down here 4, then save. Now let's see our output. Let's refresh it. Let's give them any password. As you can see, please fill out the field. If I write down like previous in this one, as you can see, please match the requested format. So for that, let's write down here also in small tag format, so people can assume that this is the format of our page. As you can see, this is the format of our page. So people can assume that. Now let's add here 678 dash 456 7890. As you can see, I didn't dash here, then it's showing error. Let's write down code. Yeah. As you can see, please match the format, requested format. If I just like this, then it's done. Registration is done. So that is for our pattern. Okay, guys. Now let's move forward to our time. 18th type is time. So let's add here our time. Let's add here label time, select time, then input type, time. Let's give them time. Then give them ID. We write time and name. Then close it. We are tag and save. As you can see that, yeah, I write down, yeah, and save. Yeah. As you can see that the time is here. We can select the time here. As you can see, if we write 22, 21, 50, 250, whichever time we selected here, it's showing here for the time. Now let's move forward to our 19th one is URL address. Okay. Now let's add here our URL address if you want to add. So let's add here label. Then for equals to let's add here channel as a name. Then add your URL. I write down. Then I write down input type URL. As you can see, our input type is URL now. Let's give them ID equals to channel. Then name channel. Then save. Then refresh it. As you can see that we can add our URL here. This is our URL. You can also add that here. And submit it. As you can see. Let's see in our get post method. As you can see, our URL is here. As you can see, this is our channel and this is our URL we put into it. Is showing right now. So that is for our add URL in input type. Now let's move forward to our last one is week. Then add BR tag. Then let's add here label our for week. Then select here select week. Then write down here BR tag in advance. Let's add here our input type equals to week. As you can see, now give them ID, week, then name, then close. Then save. As you can see that our select week. If you want to select our this week, as you can see, the 26th week is selected. If you select January 2nd, as you can see, week 1 is selected here. If we select second, then second week is selected, then third, and this is our numbers right now. As you can see, if you want to select last one, let's select this. As you can see, and if you select this week, 31st week. So that is what our input type, guys. If you have any query, write down in comment section. And for the source code, write down your email ID in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.